Hello everyone, very good morning. In this video I am going to discuss about the Union Public Service Commission Civil Service Examination prelims results that were announced on 11th of June 2025 around 8 o'clock in the evening. So today it is 15th of June, the time is around 1 o'clock in the morning. Now I have been making this video after taking a time of almost 4 days. The reason for delaying with this video is I wanted all the people or all the students who are calling me or who have written this examination to settle your emotions for a while. So in this video, I am going to tell you on how we have to tackle the results of this exam. So there will be only two results. Either you must have been made for the mains or you should have been out of prelims. That is what we are going to discuss here. So I have been getting the calls from various aspirants who have cleared the exam and who have not cleared the exam. And those who have not cleared, they are asking me about what they have to do in the upcoming days. So this exam more or less, or this video more or less, is focused on these students who are facing such challenges and who are facing difficulty in analyzing what is the step ahead. So this is Dhananjay Reddy making out this video known as prelims results and the way ahead, and what is the strategy that we have to have. In this video, I am going to say you that whenever we are preparing for any competitive exam, not only for Union Public Service Commission Civil Services examination, any competitive exam, be you are preparing for SSC, be you are preparing for bank exams, be you are preparing for state exams, whatever the competition exams are there, we have to be a bit realistic in our analysis. Competition goes with the reality. We should not be just carried away by emotions. We have to add the component of intelligence and make that as emotional intelligence, and then we can ensure that how we can become success down the line by carrying the lessons that we have had in the past examinations. So this is what I am going to focus on. So this video is for those students who have cleared this exam and those students who have particularly not able to clear this and what we have to do in the upcoming days. Right? My focus of this exam is this, and this video is this. So please allow me to share the screen. And then you'll come to know what is the points that I'm going to discuss here. So the prelims results are out. What is the way ahead? Now there will be two set of candidates who have written this exam. The outcome is we must have passed it, or we should have seen a negative outcome. So for everyone, this is the question. Yes, no, lost, what should be done? So never, I am stuck, uncertainty, certainty. There will be many things that will be going on when we write an examination of this magnitude, right? So what to do? So let's start with this. Any examination will have two results, particularly any competitive exam will have two results. One is success, the second one is we didn't make two. Be it in prelims, mains, or in the final list. So when there is success, everyone will be with us, everything will be happy, and what we have to do, those who have seen the success in prelims 2025, no need to waste the time, just focus on the mains, and many of the students have already prepared or started preparing for the mains. So consistently be on the track that we have discussed, and just to follow the track that you have been updating to me, that will be the better way to start. So success, continue, this is going to work. But this video is particularly more focused on those who didn't make through it. Because when we see failures, to get the support that we get when we look at success is somewhat low compared to successful people, right? So this is what I wanted to make. So for all those candidates who didn't clear prelims, now what is the immediate thing that we have to focus on? First thing is, don't be carried away by emotions. As an administrator, the most important thing that we should have is emotional intelligence. Yes, we are gone. We are out of the prelims, that's completely fine. First, make your emotions to come to standstill position. It takes time. I am not saying that we will be emotion free or something like apathetic immediately after seeing the result. A candidate who has prepared consistently for 1 year or 2 years definitely will face an emotion of sourness when the results were not in their favor. Even if I were in your place or in your shoe, I feel that emotion. But how many days we have to feel that emotion? And again I say, emotions are very personal. If you are feeling sad, feel it. How many days? 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. But one day we should not make decisions on emotions. Decisions has to be made on rationality, thinking. So it has been 4 days. I hope all the emotions have come down, and now the video will go deep inside your rationality. That is the reason for delaying this video for 4 days and coming out with this. So didn't make through prelims. Now what we have to do? Pause the preparation for a while, a couple of days or 3 days or 4 days, no problem. What we have to do is be realistic and brutally honest and confess what is going wrong. We have to be brutally honest in confession. In order to understand where we are going wrong, we have to open our eyes and ears a little wide to know what is our present status. Where do we stand and why this examination we are unable to clear. Now who knows it? You yourself will be knowing it, why it is not clearing. You know how your preparation is, how your state of emotiveness is in the examination hall, and how you handled both the papers. So who is the best judge of your exam? It is you who have written this, who went into that hot seat with the preparation. So you know what is your standard. So be realistic. No need to ask for some others. First speak to yourself. What Aristotle said, an unexamined life is unworth living. Examine where it is going by deeply reflecting yourself. There was a famous African proverb which says that whenever you fell, do not look where you fell. Don't look at the place where you have fallen. Look at the place where you have slipped. This is the place where we have to correct. The moment we start looking at the place where we have slipped, we will correct it and we will focus on not to do the mistake further. So this is the place where we have to correct. So majority of the market says that immediately join prelims for the next year, 2026, 2027, this will be the thing. But no, pause for a while. Look at the place where we have slipped. This is one of the famous proverbs because it is making us to understand where we are really falling. What is making us not to clear this? Is it your general studies paper? Is it your CSAT? If it is in CSAT, which part of CSAT you are facing difficulty? Is it your comprehension? Is it your reasoning? Or is it your aptitude skills? There are few candidates who will come and say that we are very poor in CSAT. Now, if you are very poor in CSAT, when we know that we are poor in CSAT, it is the only thing is you have to upgrade it. That is what realism is. That is what realism is. Because by the end of the day, this is one of the toughest exam and most prestigious exam in the country. You are being selected as an administrators to represent the country, to represent the government and to represent the state. When we are representing the state, we should be so perfect that no one should say that you have this weakness. Only such people will be selected. We have a limited number of posts, 1,000 posts where 10 lakh people are competing. Look at the probability of making through it. When 10 lakh students of the best minds of the country are competing for this exam, first thing that we have to realize is the bar has been already set high. UPSC will never lower the bar as if you are poor for CSAT or as if you are poor for general studies. No, the bar is set high. It is up to you whether to match that bar and cross that bar or whether you will be here. If you are always here without knowing the realism or without being realistic, we cannot pass this exam. Finally, we have to make into this list. For that, we have to be realistic and we have to be honest in our confession. What really went wrong? What do I mean by confession? Speaking to yourself and asking this question. What went wrong in my preparation? And how far is my standards for this exam? The benchmark has been set. Am I able to compete with the standards? Am I not able to compete with the standards? Now, how to set the standards or how to check whether you have been serious in your preparation or not? There are 3 types of students. Remember, whenever we prepare for competitive exams, there will be 3 sets of people. Only 3 sets. one who dropped much before, they start preparing immediately after the result. Prelims results were out, I couldn't clear. As a result, the next day they will start preparing. Okay, this year I have to crack. They will join some test series of prelims 2026 and they will start studying. Now, majority of the candidates who prepare like this, what they will do, they will start preparing, and as the exam approaches, much before the exam, 1 month before the exam, 1 week before the exam, what they do, fear overcomes them, and with that fear, they take a decision not even to enter into the examination hall. They will be very, very skeptical whether to write the exam or not. And even if they enter with that skepticism, they are lost already, because they have been not made very clear in their brain. The moment you are entering into the examination hall, your brain has to function and it has to say that I am ready for this exam, I am going to face it. It will be just like a warrior going into that war and just thinking whether I have to come to the war or not. What will be the result? Our head will be chopped off. The same thing lies here. So majority of the candidates, almost 50 to 60% of the candidates who prepare for these type of exams, they prepare with a good intention. They have much zeal when they are preparing. But over a period of time, as the exam approaches, fear overcomes them. Fear takes over them. As a result, they give up much before going into the examination hall. Some people will not go even into the examination hall. Some people, even if they go, they are a bit skeptical whether to give it or not. So they are always lost. So first candidate is this. Second one is, they will be prepared. Yes, I have decently prepared for the exam. I am going to face it. They will be making up their mindset and they will be thinking that whatever happens, I will go to undo it. But what they do is, they have prepared the subject, but they have not prepared their mind. What do I mean by preparation of mind? Always remember, Union Public Service Commission prelims is about mind game as equally as the so-called the subject game. How many questions that any student can probably answer from a test of 2025 or 2024, not more than 42 to 45, then how to cross that 100 mark? So you will be getting around 90. How to get that 10? You have to play with your mind. So these are the candidates. The second one are the candidates who have decided to write the exam, but unfortunately they have not made up their mindset to tackle the exam in the examination hall. As a result, when they see some questions which are very difficult, they get tensed, and as a result, they fail to tackle their emotions. The moment we fail to tackle emotions in the exam by looking at 10 questions or 20 questions which appear to be out of the blue, then we are losing at handling the paper. So these are the candidates, unfortunately, who doesn't know how to handle the brain by looking at the so-called the questions and by looking at their emotions. They are people who fail emotionally, not with the subject. They have subject on par with any candidate who is as equal as getting up first rank. They have the subject, but they couldn't clear. So emotionally failure candidates. Now, due to this emotional failure, whatever we want to implement, we will fail to implement. Some questions are there. Take for example, it is RBI which will be regulating the listed companies in the country. There was one question, people did it as correct. No, listed companies are which are under stock market, it has to be taken care by SEBI. RBI has nothing to do with it. The moment you know this, due to your emotions, you are unable to answer this. So this is called emotional failure. And the third are those candidates who tackle their brain irrespective of the paper, and they are the ones who will make it. So always remember, when I say you are brutally honest, there are three types of candidates. Someone who is preparing but who has not made up their mind saying that whether to go into the examination hall or not, they will definitely fail. No need to wait for the result. There are the second candidates is who failed emotionally to handle in the examination hall. These are the people who will be facing difficulty. Third one is who handle their emotions along with the subject, and they are the ones who are going to clear. Now, when I ask you to be really honest to yourself, you have to judge yourself how far your preparation is. Are you a person who is fearing to go into the examination hall? Or are you a person who is going into this examination hall with the subject and without the so-called preparing your emotions? Or are you a candidate who has prepared everything and then you have failed? Let me speak about the first candidate, who fear of the exam. Why do fear comes? Fear takes over us when we are not prepared. As simple as it. Fear comes when we are not prepared. If we are prepared, we will not prepare. We will not fear. What we will say? Let whatever come, I will be ready to face it. So first, give a rational analysis for this. If you have not cleared this exam, or if you have failed in this exam by being in the first category, what I want to say is, first analyze why you didn't clear. What was your status of preparation? Is it decently well, or has fear taken over you? Why fear takes over you? When you are not prepared, fear automatically takes over us. Now, what do I mean by preparation? 100% preparation is not possible for an open-ended exam like UPSC. At least there should be some basic static preparations, basic current affairs preparations. Look at polity. You should have prepared polity. You should have prepared economy. You should have prepared history. You should have prepared geography. You should have prepared at least some basics of science and technology, the basic sciences, and the current affairs related to it along with environment and ecology. These are the basic things. If you are a serious candidate, this is something which is expected from a serious candidate who is preparing for the exam. So, is your preparation have these elements? How far you have prepared these subjects? At least 5 to 6 subjects. How far you have prepared polity, economy, environment, science and technology, geography, history, and current affairs. These are the 7 things that we have. What is your preparation status? Now, if you have not prepared decently well, at least 4 of these 7, consider that you have not prepared for the exam. This is called honest and brutal confession about your status. First, write it and say that this is my status. A person who accepts the reality is the person who changes and who will see the success. So this is the first thing. So whether you have prepared or not. Now, what do I mean by preparation? Basic preparation, previous year questions from the last 20 years, whether you have analyzed them, some mock tests, something like vision, insights, or whatever the test series that you are writing, at least some 35 tests you should have practiced. That is called decent amount of preparation. So that is the first thing that you have to test for yourself. If you have prepared, you will not face that fear that I have whether to write the exam or not. At least we will not be in that dilemma. If you are facing that dilemma, consider that we have not prepared. So don't need to worry. Why should we worry about something which did not come without preparation? We should not expect something, some positive result without working on it. As simple as it. The law of karma says that only when we do our work, we can expect result. And Sri Krishna says, even after doing work also don't expect the result. But here we are not doing the work and we are expecting the result. It is totally out of law of nature itself. So it will not work. So if you are belonging to that category, your preparation is not serious. That is what I can judge. Or that is what you can judge for yourself. You are not a serious candidate. If you decide to clear this exam, then you have to take it seriously. Let me speak about the second candidates who have prepared at least 70% of these 7 topics that I said. At least 5 of these topics. There are some candidates. There are my candidates who have prepared really well, but unfortunately they couldn't clear, whatever the thing may be. Now, for these type of candidates who have done decently well and who couldn't clear the prelims, don't lose hope. You have given the best. You have given the best. Whatever the aspirants prepare, you have prepared it. The only thing that we fail to manage is how to tackle the paper in the examination hall. Majority of the students might be first time aspirants, second time aspirants. As a result, this will be a new strategy for you, and we might have faced some challenges by looking at the paper. Really, I do accept. So if it is your first attempt and if it is your second attempt, don't worry, because this is something which happens. All of a sudden going to the pitch and then a bouncer will come, and if you are not ready, even Virat Kohli might get out. It requires seasoned egg players to handle that type of things. So don't worry, this is not your fault in preparation, but where we have to focus, you have to focus in your brain. So you failed at handling your emotions. So this is second thing. So you are well within your preparation. So what I can say is, if you are first time attempters, second time attempters, who have prepared this, out of this 7, if you have decently worked on the previous years and if you have worked on the so-called some mock tests, knowledge will never go in vain. Your hard work will never go in vain. The only law of nature is, whenever we do our work, whenever we do our hard work, result has to come in one form or the other. One thing that is assured is, a fellow who works hard will be assured with result. This is law of nature. So don't lose hope. You have worked hard. The only thing is, your name is not in the list. It is just a matter of time if we are going to take what are the changes that we have to do after analyzing what we did in the examination hall, where we failed in the examination hall. That is the thing that we have to do. That is what I mean to say. Look at the place where you slipped in the examination hall. Why you are unable to handle emotions. Where you failed. Is it in GS paper 1? Is it in CSAT? If it is in CSAT, what really went wrong? Even if you have failed in CSAT before knowing that you are very weak in CSAT, then we have to work on it. The only thing is this. So this is the second candidates. And the third candidates is those who are able to go into the examination hall with preparation, those who are able to handle it with a predefined thought, whatever the principles that they have laid, they have applied there, and then they will clear this exam and they will be writing the mains. These people are called successful people. So I said, you prepare for mains. Now what these candidates has to do? So the first type of candidates who did not prepare for this exam, this is up to you whether to be in the examination or in this mode of preparation or not. If you think that I have resolved to be in this exam, then prepare seriously. Because if without preparation, we should not expect. The second type of candidates who have prepared but yet they have failed, and if it is your first attempt and second attempt, I hope that your family support will be there. So continue for the mains. Don't lose hope. Now this is not the time to look after prelims. Just write down what are the mistakes that we did in the examination hall and go ahead with the mains preparation. Now, one of the most difficulty is with those candidates who have been writing this exam for 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, but unfortunately they were unable to clear this exam. That is the major concern of few of the candidates. So there were few candidates who are writing this exam 3rd time, 4th time. There were few candidates who have written this earlier also, right? So some people have written mains earlier, this time they couldn't clear prelims. There will be these type of candidates. So first thing that I said is, this is the one, analyze realistically where you are. If you are in the first category, you can believe me that you are not in the preparation. If you are in the second category, we have to make some changes. That too, we have to focus on mains particularly. Once mains is done, you can take a call for your future if it is your first attempt and second attempt. Unfortunately, if your attempt is 3rd attempt, 4th attempt or 5th attempt, then one of the most difficulty that these candidates faces, we have to speak with their family. You have to sit with your family. Now look, those candidates who failed in clearing prelims, even if you have written 4 times, but still if you are unable to clear it, the first thing that we require is family support. You have been in this preparation after your graduation, and we have been here for 4 years or 5 years. Now we have to gauge whether our family will be supporting for the next 2 years, because if you want to write this exam, again this exam is going to be in 2026, the results are going to be announced in 2027. In effect, even if we see success, we are going to see it not now, but it takes time of at least 2 years. And this exam, Union Public Service Commission exam, requires unconditional support from the family. Unconditional support. What do you mean by unconditional support? They have to stand by you. Even if it is your 6th attempt, they have to stand by you. They should not ask you that, okay, you write SSC exam, you write bank exam, this exam is same, that exam is same. If you have this burden, you have to sit with them, you have to speak with them. Second thing is, look at your financial position. I cannot say that all the students have to prepare, because every student knows what is their family situation. Every student knows what is their financial status. Every student knows what is their family responsibilities. This is what, again, I mean to be saying realistic. So from now onwards, it takes 2 years, which means almost 650 days it takes by the end the results are announced. Even if we clear completely all the 3 things. I'm not discouraging you. I'm just asking you to open your thought process towards the reality. So first thing is speak with your family, whether they can support you for the next 2 years for your preparation. Then only any person can get success. Without family support, this exam is much difficult. There should be someone who should be backing up you financially to do this. So, what I mean to say is speak with your family. Now, there will be some candidates who have prepared decently well, like this candidate number 2. First candidate, they are not aspirants because they have not prepared seriously. So, second type of candidates, they have prepared seriously, but they do not have family support. Now, what I say is, once you have prepared seriously, what do I mean by serious preparation, ladies and gentlemen? You should be clear, you should have clear strategy on prelims. At least if you have done that once in your lifetime in your preparation. And you should be decent at answer writing, and you should be decent at communication skills. Once you have worked on it, you can consider that you have prepared for this exam. Preparation cannot be gauged just by result. Preparation can be gauged by these things. You should have a strategy. Okay, next year prelims means I should have clarity. What are the books that I have to read and what I have to read for the prelims? What tests I have to do? What are the books that I have to do? So if you have that strategy, you have cleared stage 1, irrespective of whether your result is there or not. Then next thing is you have to practice answers, mains answer writing. If you are decent at answer writing, and then if you are decent at communication is because of this personality test, right? This is what I have written. But at least if you have done these 2 things, you can say that you have prepared. And all the candidates who have prepared and who failed this exam in prelims for the 3rd attempt or the 4th attempt, in your 3rd attempt or the 4th attempt, what I say is sit with your parents, discuss with them. Now what they are expecting from you. Are they asking you to take the family responsibility? And how far they are able to support with you. If they ask you to take the family responsibility, first be clear how you are going to take it up. If you have already worked with some institution of corporate, better to continue, go back, prepare, because already you have prepared here. By being in the job also you can prepare, because you have 600 days. Right from today, no need to prepare again. Go associate with a new world, the world that you have seen. Or if your parents are asking, look for a backup. The best backup that any candidate can get is corporate, because within a short span, if you want to enter, you have to speak with your friends, with your colleagues, look for the jobs. If it is your 3rd attempt or 4th attempt, if it is 1st attempt and 2nd attempt, family will support anyhow. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th attempt, we have to be very, very clear on our path. Particularly for those who are writing this 5th year, 6th year, 4th year. So speak with your family. If they think that if they are having other opinion that they cannot support you, you take the responsibility of the family. Right? Every responsibility should be on our shoulders. Unless and until we take the responsibility on our shoulders, we cannot become leaders. Tomorrow we are going to take the responsibility of a district. We can take it only when we take the responsibility of the family. So what I say is speak with your family, ladies and gentlemen, who did not clear it in the 3rd attempt, 4th attempt, whether you have the support for the next 2 years or not. If they say that we cannot support you, be honest. No need to blame them or no need to curse yourself. Okay, that is the reality, because they have supported us for the last 25 years or 26 years or 27 years. Now what can I do for the family? At least for 1 year or 1.5 years. Now why I am saying this? You know how to prepare for prelims because you have already seriously prepared for it, and you know how to write the mains. Even by doing the job also, I am not asking you to leave the aspirations of UPSC. Never I speak it. Even if you clear it in the last attempt also, this is a great success. I am not asking you to leave UPSC, but I am asking you to have a backup. What is your backup? Doing a job, well and good, go. Second, going for higher studies, you can write some exams like CUET, go for post-graduation. You can do LLB, that is one backup. You can continue your academic streams. Why I am saying this? You can enter into some universities where you will get some less financial burden. You will get support from the university itself. If I enter into some universities like Hyderabad Central University or Usmania University, university will take care of my requirements. I'll get a hostel for free. I'll get my expenses to be fulfilled there. My expenses will reduce. This is how we have to look. And moreover, by being the university, you'll get some time to prepare for this. So within 2 years, your post-graduation will be completed. Within that period of time, your preparation will also be done. Something you have to do. For those who are facing lack of family support, you have to be honest there. So this is what I mean to say. So those who have family support, well and good, you can prepare for this. Unless you should have that sincerity. If you have that sincerity, if you have family support, if they say that even you are ready to do until the last attempt, then I will be doing it, means completely good, go ahead. But otherwise, take a call. Now, those who decided to continue for preparation, all the first timers, second timers who did not clear prelims, or third timers who think that they have family support, what you have to do? Now, this is the time to focus on mains answer writing along with optional preparation. Give 1 more year if you think that I am ready to give. So for the next 4 months, today we are in June, July, August, September, October, November also. Entirely focus on mains. Prepare decently mains answer writing for your general studies and optional. Along with this, daily follow Hindu newspaper. This is the thing that we have to prepare. By this, our mains preparation will be done. So give mains preparation some time of 5 months to 6 months. Once you know how to write, this is completely fine. So you will be clearing it. And then we can start preparing for prelims again in the month of December. So until November, you can prepare for mains. This is the thing that you have to do. Whatever you do, this is the thing that I wanted to say. Don't be carried away with emotions. This is mains 2023 question itself. Essay writing. Visionary decision making happens at the intersection of intuition and logic. Logic comes from the so-called brain, intuition comes from the so-called heart. Visionary decision making requires both combinations. So whatever the decision that we have to take, we have to balance it with this emotional intelligence. So this is what I mean to say from this. So what is the takeoff from this video? Confession. You have to do your confession, whether your preparation is serious or not. If it is serious, where we are lacking. Look at the place where you slipped, correct it. First write it, try to correct it. Second thing, plan. What is your backup plan? Speak with the family. If you have been in this preparation for the last 3 years or 4 years, definitely they will be feeling some burden. Speak with them, sit with them, give some time. Whatever they are facing, analyze it. And just look for the opportunities. Don't be stuck like a frog inside a well. With that plan also we can integrate, because already you have been in this preparation for 3 years. You know at least some basics on how to prepare. Even by doing some job, you can prepare well from now onwards. Things are not all lost because you have time in your hand. Third thing is, if you think that one more time I have to give, whatever the result is, one time I will give with my family support. Again I say, family support is important. Family support I am saying. Right, one time full-fledged preparation. If you want to give it. It takes 2 years. Accordingly, have a backup. You can also plan for your backup over a period of time. And finally, act and think like an officer. When the results are out, we have to think. Always we are going to become officers. So what I say is, we have to think, we have to act like an officers. Whatever our personality is, always we have to focus on that way. Think that if your aim is to become an IPS officer, you have to think like an officer. What do I mean by officers? Officers integrate both reason and logic, reason and intuition. That is what they integrate. So integrate that and then derive the point, what you want to become. So finally, this is what I wanted to say. Don't be carried away by emotions. Be emotionally stable. UPSC makes us to be emotionally stable. That is one biggest lesson from this exam. And believe in yourself. only few people will be blessed to write this exam. Those who ever goes to this exam, you are blessed. Consider that you are blessed. The moment you have resolved to prepare for this exam, that is your success. Because whether you get a post or not, inside you will transform. Transformation is the thing that we require. Transform to the best. So this is the thing. Third thing is analyze. Be in the real world. Don't be in the fictional world. Fiction happens in theaters, in movies. We have to understand the reality and be in reality. Gauge your preparation in reality. Plan in reality and focus on your strategies. That is the way we can handle any type of competitive exam. And one more thing that I wanted to say. Standards have been set very, very high. You are not preparing for a local exam. You are preparing for a job in which you will be representing the country. You will be representing the state and you will be representing the government. You are face of the government, you are face of the state, you are face of the country. As a result, the competition will be highly severe. Just like it is entering into the international cricket. It is just like selecting for the Olympics. So to equate sports with this is what we can say. So that is the competition that we have. So students will be very, very advanced, very, very competitive. We have to test where we are. So the bar was not set by UPSC, the bar was set by the competing candidates itself. So we have to gauge with this self and never lose hope. Success will come to those people who are consistent in their work, and hard work will never fail. Believe in your work, that is going to do. That doesn't mean you have to blindly go with this. You have to sit, you have to discuss, you have to understand the responsibilities of the family, speak with them, know their support. If they are thinking that they are expecting the help from you, think about some plan. Right? This is what I wanted to say. And those who wanted to continue your mains preparation, we are going to make the videos, follow them and write consistently. In the next 4 months, make a target of completing mains, and then you can come back to prelims. This is what I have to say. So think and act like officers, guys. This is what I wanted to say. Thank you all. Have a great day. And those who have cleared mains, I wish you all the best. Those who have not cleared, also all the best, because plan and execute according to your directions. Good night. Take care.